So I want to do a quick review comparison on the Gerber dime, the black version, compared to the Schrade ST12. I had the dime first, and I liked it. It was, I like the compact. I like how it fits into that, coin pocket in my jeans. Um, you know, when it's closed, the fit and finish is nice. It opens up nice, nice and snappy. It's got a lot of good features on it. It has, two different screwdriver types, Phillips and flat. And also, obviously the blade, scissors, tweezers, pliers. And they also had, what I really thought was cool was the package opener, for like the sealed plastic packages. And that thing really worked nice for, for the size of it and all that. And then as I used the blade, I noticed that when I went to cut something, which was admittedly probably a little tougher job than it was meant for. It was like a stem on it was a thicker stem, probably about 1/4 inch thick, and I went to cut through it and the blade started to bend backwards. So I'm like, what the heck? So I noticed that the piece of metal that supposed to hold the blade, to keep it from over traveling. It's just very thin, and it kind of bent out of the way. So I tried to modify, fix it and put it back into place, but it just didn't hold. And so since that's bent, in addition to the blade over traveling backwards, it now doesn't seat all the way into the body. So yeah, that's my gripe about it. I should have. Yeah, it may have been a little harder duty for what it was, but it just seemed to have been much easier than it should have. Only other gripe I have about this is, even though the fit and finish is nice with the appearance of it and all that, the bottle opener, which I would probably rarely use, it's got some play in it. I know you can hear that too, but no matter how much I've tightened these screws that are holding it in place, it just doesn't seem to, doesn't get any tighter, and that's always been that way since I got it. I've also seen reviews that people were saying that just using this for just opening bottles, they've broke the end off completely. So yeah, I mean, I think I got it for, I want to say it was sub $20. I don't remember exactly, but I expected a little better. I know it wasn't expensive, so I shouldn't have had too much of high expectations, but for this to be an EDC item, with decent use, the reviews I've seen plus the experience I've had with it, I'm like, this could have been better. So I'm like, let me just look for something else that could do the same jobs and better, and it can last me longer. I just got this today. This is, like I said, the Schrade ST12. And since Schrade has been kind of like the, once it went to like non-USA made, they've turned out to be, I guess, less quality, and they're not like they used to be. But I saw this, and I saw on Amazon for like $10, maybe a little more than that. And I'll tell you what, for the price, this thing has, I would say, is better quality in terms of the robustness of it than the dime. why I say that is, you know, mainly when I first got this, the first thing I looked at was the over travel. I gotta think of what these are called, or I gotta find out what these are called. But the pieces that stop the the tools from over, you know, opening up too far. These ones are they're much just more robust. They directly line up with the tool itself, and there's no way, unless you really tweak. Whoops, my apologies. Unless you really tweak these things, they're not. I can imagine them failing or breaking. So they're built much better in that aspect. I do like the bottle opener a bit more. It uses this nice thick piece of metal as part of the leverage point, as well as, you know, the part that grabs the bottom of the bottle cap. You know, it's using the frame itself as the bottle opener, which is, I would say, much better than what the dime offered. Yes, the dime's part that grabs the bottle cap lip right here. Yeah, there you go. This part, yeah, that's thicker than the one on here. This is a thinner piece of metal. But again, this one's, like, the body of this opener only goes to, like, it just spans this far. It's only just attached to the end of the multi-tool. Whereas this one, it's using this thick piece of, you know, metal here as a leverage, plus this entire stretch right here is the, you know, it's the frame. I can't imagine that breaking off. It's built much better. But yeah, so like I said, robustness was a big thing. If you're using something as EDC, it's got to be built well. This has the Phillips head screwdriver. There's nothing on here for flathead like the dime had. I'm kind of surprised. I would guess you could probably use this for both purposes, for Phillips and flat, you know, screws. Haven't tried it yet. I'll definitely be trying that out though. So it has that, and also, I'm sorry, this doesn't have a file either, and this could have definitely had some kind of, you know, serrations or you know, filing cuts in it, so you could, you know, use it for that reason. But, you know, one of the gripes, I'm trying to give all the gripes that I have for both items. So this could have a file. The blade is pretty good, nice and sharp, nice pointy tip right out the box. The nail nicks are fine. You know, it's not like it's too tight to get things out. The scissors are a little tight to get out of here, but, you know, the scissors on this, I would say, are pretty, you know, they're basic for a keychain multi-tool. I did cut a few things with it, and it held up good. The spring, I don't know if it looks fine. They do have, like, some kind of, I don't know what you call that. Something is keeping, it's like they've bent the metal inwards to keep the spring in place. That should hold up. I mean, you're not going to be doing too much heavy work with this, so that should be fine also. But yeah, scissors are good. I'll get the dime back out so I can compare the tools. But the cool thing about this also was obviously let me just get to this too. The tweezers were nice Nice, good spring action, good return. Has the wire cutters in here. Not, there's not really any bad play in the point, the needle nose part. So that's good. This also has, just like the dime, also has the tweezers, which actually it says it right on the, right there on the frame. It says tweezers, and they just pull right out of the end. And good quality. I think these are, I would say they're on par with the dime tweezers. But that was a big thing when I was looking for something to replace my dime, was a multi-tool that had tweezers, but the multi-tool wouldn't be too big. Like, I was looking at the Leatherman Micra. I liked it. The problem was that it didn't have pliers. It was just the main concept of it was scissors instead of the pliers, which I would say I would use pliers more. And obviously, if you usually have a plier style multi-tool, you're gonna get scissors in, as part of one of the tools you would get with it. So I would have rather much had both instead of just scissors. So for this to have the tweezers, like I really liked, that was a major plus. But yeah, gripes that I also have with this is I have not been able to adjust this enough to where where it closes all the way. I don't know why. I've tried to mess with it. The screws are tight enough to where, sorry, it's not a, there we go. It doesn't like to close all the way. And it's not a huge, I mean, it's annoying. I know it's $10 again. I gotta change my expectations and my my thought a little bit, but they could have. I mean, every thumbnail I've seen of this on Google, they all seem to do this. Why? I don't know. It might be just a quality assurance thing. I don't know, but if you can look past that, I don't think you're gonna be disappointed with it. Just real quick, let me run. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Let me just run by the tools with this. The dime. It's had the, I would call it a modified sheep's foot, maybe just a sheep's foot blade. I like the shape of it. That's one thing I did like, was the shape of that blade. Had that tool that cuts plastic packages open. I love that tool. That's something that a lot of companies should implement. Scissors were fine. Never had a problem with those. I've seen also, I forgot about that. I've seen reviews also where the people have used the screwdriver, the flathead one, and I guess the metal on the sides is it's just not a nice hard metal. When they've tweaked it, they've actually broke that or actually twisted and bent the screwdriver itself. Never had to use it, so I don't know personally. Haven't had a problem with that. And then this also had the Phillips head option as well. Has the point. This has a little bit of filing on it, which was nice. This is a lot smaller area, and a lot shorter screwdriver than on the Schrade. And the Schrade had much more real estate. They could have put filings on it. So don't know why they didn't, but whatever. But this is that was just a nice touch for him to add. This obviously came with a keychain loop right here, and this one came with one as well, which was attached to the eye right here, which I removed because I just I wouldn't have really needed it. I might just throw some paracord tassel on it or something. I'm not sure yet. But honestly, in terms of quality of like the robust qualities of this, so far this Schrade is really impressed me for the price that you pay for it. Again, if you can look past the closing feature of it, that's something that you can get over. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys have any input on if you've used this before, or if this is something that you have any say on it, I mean, you're probably going to maybe agree with what I was saying about I wish I had a flathead, I wish I had file. But again, 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon, I couldn't pass it up. It was obviously free shipping because it was Prime. But yeah, any experiences with this, let me know. I have not found much online at all about reviews on this knife, so this isn't one of those popular ones that I see. I'm assuming the Schrade name might just kind of throw people off, and they're like, yeah, I'm not going to deal with that junk. But really, I'll let you guys know if anything changes in terms of my experience with this. But so far, so good. Well, if you have any questions, let me know. Yeah, have a good one.